Okay, we have Hydra playing Nova Aetas in an official match, and we have 3 players on the CT side. Hydra won the knife and opted to stay CT. We've got 3 of them with armor, 2 with kits, and well, the 2 players with kits have flashes. On the T side, we have 3 players with armor, and the rest stacking up some util as we see them walk towards the B app side. We have 2 playing towards the A ramp, maybe just trying to bait out some rotates. Oh, a dink already coming out, and one getting taken down from triple by Pala. Pala challenging CT as well. This may pull more of their rotates as we see the B side slowly getting emptied. Pala doing real work here on just what seems to be a fake. A beautiful shot from Beanie. And they now know the bomb is down on the B side. It's a 3-on-4 retake in favor of the T side. And we're going to see if they can pull it off. A beautiful shot from Beanie. Locking onto these heads. He's picked up 2 kills so far. Kira hiding in the corner here, and Beanie's going to get executed by Kira, and Kira takes down the second as well. The last player on Cat, everyone's blinded. The last player's tagged up, and Students is going to get finished off by Skelly. So a fairly good round from the T side. Lovely fake towards the A side. Pala doing possibly more damage than they had originally planned, but doing really well to clean up the round. And that's going to allow the T's to buy up, put some util behind it, and looks like the CTs are just going to opt for a nice eco, just 1 molly on Beanie, and everyone else is on USPs. They're going to be running into this A side, take it nice and fast, and hopefully take it without taking any casualties. Some early nade damage, but not really much to write home about. Stoons doing some damage all the way across the map, tagging them down, tagging Kira down to 40 or 24 HP rather. Beanie dropping the molly onto the side, and they're going to run through. A beautiful shot from Beanie to kill Kira, but he's going to get taken up very clearly. Daisy taking down Beanie, and it's now a 4-on-3. The wrap is coming, but Skelly is prepared. Now just 2 CTs, make that 1 CT left. Coming through jungle, maybe hoping to play for some exit frags, and Panla's going to decapitate him. So it's a nice, fairly clean round from the T side. Farming up some money, building up that T side economy. And we'll see now if the CTs opt to go for another eco, and it looks like they will. Just armor and a kit getting dropped onto mech. All of them actually buying up armor and deagles, so taking about half their original economy down, and hopefully in their case they can do some damage. 2 T's towards the middle position, 2 playing towards apps, and we have 1 playing towards ramp. Beanie already getting tagged down very low. Sort of just playing a bit of a default at the moment. Gaining a lot of ground towards mid. Dominatrix taking damage through the wooden panel, and it's now 4-on-3 in favor of the T's. We have 1 guy sitting in the firebox corner. Another CT situated towards the window. Beanie's going to pick up that kill, but Chaos is there to trade, and it's now 4-on-3. They're going to pick up the bomb and maybe head towards this A side. Skelly picking up a kill on Hydra. Stoons taking a kill across the map onto Chaos, making it a 3-on-2. Yoda's going to walk all the way around towards CT, and he's going to have plenty of time as there, and he get the bomb down now. Daisy might take him down fairly quickly as he spots him. Not being too overzealous to get the kill, but takes off Yoda's head, and it's now just Stoons in a 1-on-3, holding just onto a deagle and that full armor. And it does look like he's going to try get maybe some residual damage here. Skelly just playing for info. Stoons tagged down and eventually taken out by Perla. And it's a fairly good round. It's a team ace from NA, and they managed to secure a 3rd round against Hydra's 0. But that was another eco buy from Hydra, and now they're going to go for a full buy. M4s all around, backed up by some nice utility. Mollies to stop those rushes. Smokes to cut off lines of vision. And Nova's going to go for an AWP here. Chaos might try to get the early pick, but Dominatrix is going to molly it off nice and early. No one to watch the cross, but he might spot the player. He tags Dominatrix down to 34 HP through the wall. That's got to be frustrating. And they're going to start throwing some util towards the ramp now that they know there's at least 2 players there. Yoda not giving away too much of himself, just keeping his presence known in app so they don't over-aggress. A beautiful flash towards mid, but no one's there to play off of it. Chaos running through T-spawn to grab the bomb, and it looks like they're going to be heading towards A, with a bit of an A crunch coming through the connector position. Kira's going to try and burn some util. Daisy gets dinked by Dominatrix, but gets taken down. doing some damage to the block onto Stoons. Stoons gets the kill onto Kira. They're walking up. They're getting taken down. They know one's behind Triple, and another one comes to trade from Cat. It's now Skelly in a 1-on-3, and it doesn't work out. Beautiful round from the CT side. They're doing really well to hold and cover each other from the various angles. It's so far it's looking pretty good for Hydra in terms of economy. They've got, I think they've got one AK bounty. Oh no, they didn't manage to pick up any AKs, but they do have a full buy, and now they've got an AWP. And I'm interested to see where Dominatinx is going to position himself. Got AKs on all the T players, with just one sitting with the Mac-10, but they've got util all around, maybe looking to play defaults and follow through with an execute. Dominatinx sort of bouncing between the stairs and connector position, just playing more for info than anything. Yoda hasn't had much to deal with at the moment in the B apartments, but looks like we have a nice fast A execute coming out. Stoons is flashed rather, but he drops a molly onto T ramp just before it gets smoked out. They know one player's on default, tag down very low, gets traded by Pala. Pala's going to take another kill through the smoke. That's amazing. And looks like the A site's theirs for the taking. Definitely not out of the question for them to grab a retake here. So Dominatinx managing to take out Pala, but gets traded very quickly by Daisy, and it's now a 2-on-3. Now the CT economy is not looking amazing if they lose this round, but it looks like they are going to try to do some damage and hopefully get the retake. Damage getting down onto Daisy. Daisy gets taken down by Beanie. It's now a 2-on-2, but Beanie is astronomically low. Doesn't look like they're opting for the save. Maybe grab the AWP and run. Beanie's going to get taken down, and now it's a 1-on-1. Skelly versus Yoda. He knows where Yoda is, but there's just no time. And Yoda is going to fall off, it looks like. Well, Skelly just makes sure no one defuses that bomb. So Yoda manages to pick up the AWP, and Skelly gets away with his life, armor, and a weapon. So, a good plant there, a lovely, lovely execute, good util, good trades. There were trades coming in from both sides, but definitely the T side with those entries was really doing well, and it may have ended up in a 1-on-1, which isn't ideal, but they managed to tick the bomb far along enough. So Dominatinx opting for it looks like they've opted for the AWP here and to play sort of pistols around it. So it'll be interesting to see if it comes to a retake sort of scenario, whether they're going to go for it or if they're just going to try save those weapons. 5 AKs on the side of Nova, and it looks like they might be setting up for an A execute. Kira not ready for the rush, but he dodges bullets, pulls a little matrix there, and takes out Stoons. Now Mech coming in from behind, decapitates Chaos and takes down Kira as well, but 2 trades going back the way of the T side. It's now a 3-on-2. Daisy throwing himself into the side. He knows where one is, dancing around the pillar. He's surrounded by the 2 CTs, and they are playing towards his B side still. They know where one player is, and he gets taken out by Parla. So not the cleanest round, maybe a bit messy, but some interesting plays there. It's catching the T's sort of unawares as they set up for their execute, and then wrapping all the way through Palace in order to get that kill onto Chaos while he sets up for his execute. So all round, not a bad round for the CT side. They managed to get 3 kills on just Eagles, and there was an AWP involved, but it didn't get too involved in the picture. Two early kills now. The T side's down 3 against 5, and there's not much they can do. Chaos has definitely got a full belt of utility, but he's looking a bit stuck here, and he's getting held, but he manages to get the kill onto Dominatinx, and it's now a 3-on-4. Late util from the CT side allows them to secure the site. They've got 3 players on A, but the T still hold the bomb control, and Apollo's going to have to work past this connector position without getting into it. They spot one player taken out by Chaos, and now things are looking a lot better for the T side. It went from a 3-on-5 to a 3-on-3. Another kill coming in. They take out a player in jungle. There's one left on the A side towards the jungle position, and another floating around the market position on the B side. And by now, I'm sure they realize that the A site's open. They have the bomb, they've picked up some util, and it's going to be a very, very difficult retake for Yoda. Yoda's going to opt for the save. There's no real economy on the CT side. They managed to get a couple kills, but it was pulled back very, very quickly between the 3 remaining players. And that allows them a bomb plant as well as the round. And that's going to really boost their economy. They're able to take 3 weapons into the next round and the money bonus from getting the bomb plant. Yoda saves the gun. The CT economy not looking as bad as I thought it was, and that's going to allow Yoda to take an M4 and possibly drop one for his teammates depending on how they want to play the round. It looks like they might be doing pistols all around and playing a sort of hero M4. And the T side's opting for that AWP again on Chaos. Didn't see too much action from it previously. And he's going to get flashed off early, and that's going to give them a lot of information. So Chaos is going to hold for this push. They're ready for it. Or at least we thought they were. Daisy takes down one. Gets taken down himself. Skelly pushes in. Takes down one. Nearly a second, and it's now a 2-on-3 in favor of the CTs. Things not looking as ideal as they would have liked for the CT side. Yoda's going to take down a 4th player on the T side, and it's now just Parla left in the 1-on-3. 2 players tagged down, and it's not out of the question. There's the first. They do hold bomb control, but it is a bit of a choke point, so the AWP, not quite ready for his peak there. Really well done on his part. Runs away just before Yoda can take him down, but I think Yoda spotted him and he doesn't realize, so he's going to try go for a bigger brain play here. Question is, does he expect Yoda this close? And he gets the 1-on-3. Beautiful plays there from Parla. It's now 7-1 in favor of the T side, and he manages to pick up the AWP. So Money looking really good on the T side. They have an AWP in play, and the CTs are economically not looking trouble, but in terms of rounds, things aren't looking so good at the moment. So they might want to call a timeout at some point, sort of reevaluate the current tactics. But Parla's going to throw that smoke towards window, and we've got an AWP on the player on both sides here. Chaos holding the AWP, playing it towards mid, and Dominatrix trying to hold that A ramp. No actual information given away just yet, apart from that there's presence in mid. But there's no real giveaway that all 5 are stacked on towards Catwalk. Beanie holding here from Meta, and he's got the timing. It seems like he takes down the first and hides away in the corner. Kira knows exactly where he is, but doesn't manage to get the trade, and now Dominatrix is going to swing in. They have spotted him, but they don't manage to get too much damage done his way, and it's now a 4-on-5 in favor of the CT side. They have managed to take all the real estate on the B side. Scaly taking down one, but gets traded out soon by May, and it's now a 4-on-3. T's have the bomb down, and they have just a bit of time to set up some post plants. So Dominatrix possibly getting caught off guard here, but he gets traded out by Yoda, and it's now a 2-on-3. Make that a 2-on-2. The 2 CTs pushing around, taking out Daisy, and it's now a 1-on-2. Kira wrapping all the way around the catwalk position. The bomb is not planted for him, and they're going to manage to get the defuse here. Oh, and Stoon's managed to stay alive as well. He does spot him afterwards, but there's no kill going either which way. So a pretty good round there from the CTs. They gave away a lot of real estate, but they kept themselves alive and prevented sort of losing any unnecessary deaths in order to play the retake, which was perfect. So now they've got util, they've got weaponry. Not the best economy setup, but it never really is on the CT side. And so Chaos, who's our usual AWP player, is forced onto the scout, hoping for some early aggression. He picks up a beautiful kill, but that's traded quickly by Dominatrix, and it's now a 4-on-4. But Chaos manages to pick up an M4 for himself, and things are looking not half bad considering the buy they're on. It's still early in the round. They've still got 90 seconds left of the round. Yoda holding close cat. Daisy waiting for that aggression, spots the head and takes it off of Yoda. Chaos picks up an AK for himself, and it's now a 4-on-3 in favor of the teams for now. Beanie manages to pick up one nearly the second, but Skelly trades it, and now it's 2-on-3. Dominatrix gets some damage done as Daisy tries to switch his weapons around. Chaos now coming in very late towards the ramp position. Oh, and Dominatrix manages to get a kill onto Skelly. So it's now a 2-on-2. It looks like Chaos may be having certain issues connectively. He seems to have regained himself. So we've got a 2-on-2. Daisy's tagged down low. Chaos is struggling with this ping, and Dominatrix is also tagged down. So fairly even both ways, but at least they do have the bomb control on their side, and they have a smoke to cover their bomb. They've been very quiet about this, but so is Dominatrix. Doesn't spot the second. Chaos is right under his nose, and he doesn't realize it, but grabs the bomb. Smoke may work against Chaos if Dominatrix can peek over. Oh, and it's brilliantly played. Fakes out the bomb plant and pulls him forward. It's now a 1-on-1. Stoon's playing close connector. He spots his shoulder and he manages to pick up the kill. So a really, really good round there from Chaos. Picking up 3 kills regardless of the connectivity issues. And the T-side economy is looking okay. There's a couple players that may need to be or may need to force themselves onto SMGs, but if they can buy around these AKs, then they can really pull around together. CTs, the economy is looking a bit weak, but they managed to pick up some deals and a bit of util, and they've got a kit which we saw played a massive role last time on that B-side retake. So maybe A2 and the economy is not looking so great, but definitely not out of the question for them to put up something wonderful here. As we watch all 5 players storm into the B-side, Stoons picks up one through the smoke with Chaos trades. Skelly picks up one of his own, and Meh takes down one, so it's now even out onto a 3-3. Kira takes down someone. Oh, and all of them are getting taken down, and now it's just Beanie left on 1 and 3. They don't know his position, but a pre-fire allows Skelly to pick up the final player on the CT side, and that's a 9th round in favor of Nova Aetas. Saying that eco means they can buy fully into this round, with an AWP even getting put on the back of Dominatrix, and they have some util behind it. But should this round not go their way, then their economy is going to struggle regardless of the loss bonus. So Beanie gets some early util down onto the ramp. We have 4 of the players set up towards the A ramp. There's no presence getting shown mid, and Chaos is just throwing a bit of util towards B apps, maybe give away a bit of presence, pull that cat player towards, dropping a smoke even onto the pillar, and now they're going to burn out some of their util here, possibly making the retake, if they manage to get the side, possibly making the retake a bit more difficult onto that A side. So Kira monitors them out. They spot one player on default. He gets traded out fairly quickly, and it's now a 4-on-4. Daisy picks up a kill on the edge of the smoke. Another kill getting picked up by Pala, but Stoons managed to get one, but Pala takes down another one, and Daisy the final. So 3 on 3 managing to stay alive there, and they've really done some good damage. The loss bonus doesn't make the loss as difficult, but at a scoreline being 10-2, it does make it a bit heartbreaking for the Hydra side. Pala's feeling really comfortable on the map at the moment, going 8 and 6 with 2 assists. Solid KD of getting around 3 kills per life, and they've been doing really well so far in terms of their executes, even on the more shaky buys. Dominatrix is going to push up towards Cat. They try connector rather, they try and molly it out, but they're not expecting the push from Stoons towards ladder room. Oh, he's going to get taken out, but another one gets taken out on the T side, and it's now a 4-on-3 in favor of the CT side. ET's working with just farmhouses and MP9s at the moment. Chaos just gets spotted as he runs away, but he might use a bit of util to his advantage. Dominatrix not expecting the pusher on the inside of the smoke like that, maybe. And now it's going to be a 3-on-3. Chaos helping even the odds a little bit. They have one player on the B side, one towards connector, and another one holding a bit closer on the ramp. At the same time, there's 2 players in mid on the T side, and one sort of just hovering, playing a bit more for information. This angle could get cleared fairly easily, and a beautiful shot from Paolo, really on form at the moment. And they're going to start pushing in and crunching from Cat. Dominatrix, they look away at the worst time, but they manage to get the kill. Chaos shooting through his teammate to get the kill. Now it's just Yoda waiting for maybe a bit of overaggression, which may come his way, and he takes out Chaos. It is going to allow him to pick up the AK, and he may just opt to save it rather, based on the current economy. 2 players being allowed to live, it seems like. And Yoda's going to slowly make his way back through jungle, through CT, all the way through to market, so he can save his weapon once more. We've seen this episode before, and he manages to get away with armor, a kit, a bit of util, as well as an AK. So it's not half bad considering the conditions, but they really need to pick up a round, because an 11-2 scoreline is really looking unhealthy on the side of Hydra. Skelly might not even make it out the bomb side, only 8 HP. And it gets held down to 6, so it'll be a 2-on-1. And the 2 players on the side of the T's save their weapons. The economy is looking good. They're getting the bomb down. And the CTs again looking a bit shaky, but they're still going to buy around this AK, it seems like. They're going to force up, get some FAMASs, looks like a couple of them got M4s, and they managed to get some utils. So not half bad on the side of the CTs, and the T's are looking very well equipped. So if you're the T's, regardless of how nice your economy is looking, you want to make sure you close out these rounds and make good use of the rounds that are sort of handed to you. May sitting only on 5-7, may be able to do some damage. Dominatic swinging out wide and taking out Kira, getting the kill, mauling off the position. 2 players pushing towards mid, 1 gets taken out, 2 get taken out, but Stoon's managing to trade 2 the other way. So a 3-on-2 in favor of the CT side. The health is low on Stoon's, but the weapons are looking good for the CT side, and they've still got some decent utility. So doing a side take with just an AWP may be a bit difficult on the side of NA, and this could be a 3rd round in favor of Hydra. Gonna push towards lower, get the first one on Skelly. They now know where the last player is, and they have full bomb control. Regardless of the 1 minute left, things become very difficult for Chaos. Throws an interesting flash, and it looks like he might just try save his weapon, but 50 seconds is a long time to have to try and save something. He spots 1 player, takes him out. Now becomes a 1-on-2. Yoda and Stones hiding towards mid. 1 playing from Connector, 1 playing from Cat. Chaos gonna push straight through his own smoke. He's got a molly and a nade, but these players are tucked deep away. He spots the shoulder of Stones, or Stones spots the shoulder of him rather, and the trade comes in from Yoda. Not enough time to cock back that gun and get the final kill. Finally, a 3rd round for the CT side, and this is going to allow him to at least build up some sort of economy. They can start working off these round wins, but they just need to stop dropping so many kills, because that's when your economy really starts to falter. The T's not looking too bad. They've completely bought out their economy, and Daisy's the only one with a full belt of utility, but it does allow them pretty much, 4 of their players at least, to get rifles into the next round. And it looks like we might see some early aggression into apps. We have 2 players pushing in. They're going to be challenging. Kira's going to take down 1, but it's going to get traded, and now we have 2 kills in favor of the CT side. It becomes a 4-on-3. The bomb is still sitting outside of Palace. They haven't really chosen a site, but there are 2 players positioned just outside of apps. I say that. Skelly gets taken down by Yoda, and it's now a 2-on-4, and things are not looking so good for NA. Stoon's just going for that information play in mid. Dominatrix throwing some precautionary flashes. And it looks like they might try and set up for a B execute, albeit with 2 players. They're going to be dropping the smokes. There's 1 player on Cat who may get smoked off, but he might be able to beat the smoke. They are running off of the site, but that is going to cause them to burn some of their util before they realize the rotate. Dominatrix pushing in, takes down the first. Daisy manages to trade. He has got bomb control, and he's aware of the Cat player, but he's not quick enough. Stoons manages to clean up the round, and that's going to be half-time, 11-4 in favor of NA. Some good rounds towards the end there from Hydra, and we'll see if they can sort of keep up that form for the rest of the game. Okay, and we're live with the second half. NA leading 11-4 against Hydra, and they now sit on the CT side. They have one player with a kit, one with, or two with armor rather, as Kira buys up some utility to work with. We see two players working up some utility on their side, an early smoke towards mid as three of the players push towards the B app side. A nice flash coming in from Beanie as two of them work towards mid, maybe trying to take some control. The window player smoked off entirely, not much you can do there. Skelly managing to do some damage but not quite get the kill, and they are going to be hopping down onto this side. Two kills coming in favor of Carl, doing some real damage, but it's going to get traded the other way, and it's now a 2-on-3 in favor of Hydra. Hydra managing to do some damage there onto Chaos. He sits on only 17 HP, one bullet away from death, but he does manage to pick up the kill. Brilliant pre-fire, and it's now a 2-on-2, and they do have a kit, so they can be methodical about this. Dominatix, one taken down by Daisy. Daisy gets taken down by Dominatix though, and it's a 3k from him on the pistol round, and a 5th round going in favor of Hydra. So it looks like the T side will be forcing into this with some, or rather buying into this with some MAC-10s, a Galil, and even an AK on there. And the CT's going for a full eco. Four of the players, or two players, sorry, running towards mid, one running all the way through lower, the other playing through con, and one pushing up to Palace. They get that early information. Chaos gets a dink onto me, but not too much to write home about. Stoons is running into the site, jumping about, and he's going to make it difficult. Kill from him, and it's now a 4-on-3. Make that a 4-on-2 as Dominatix gets a kill. Daisy does very, very little damage. That nade chunking away at him. Stoons is very low. A bullet his way could do some serious damage. Parla getting read really well by Beanie. They hear him running in, and now it's just Daisy to save with him, or rather trying to get some exit frag with 19 HP. But Dominatix won't let him have it, and it's a nice, clean round from the T side. 5 players surviving, and they take their 6th against NA's 11 rounds. NA now able to go on a full buy after that full eco. We get an AWP on the back of Chaos, the rest of them buying up M4s, and Daisy onto a FAMAS. Looks like the T side will be sticking with their MAC-10s, maybe hoping to farm a bit more money, and in their case, grab another round. We have all 5 of the players tending towards the A side, possibly going for an execute here. We have one player wrapping, or sitting rather deep in jungle, the other playing from the stairs position. We have one from CT, the others playing for information on Cat, and the smokes are going to be a sure sign that they're heading towards this A side. Carla spots one but doesn't manage to grab the kill. That's 2 kills in favor of the T side, and now it's Chaos and Kira as well as Skelly left alive. So far it does look like they're going to try go for the retake. M4s and AKs all about on the T side, and Chaos playing very, very passive at the moment, trying maybe not to lose that AWP that he's only just gotten a hold of, and he gets a kill in his favor, and it's now a 4-on-3. Make that a 3-on-3 as Skelly picks up one of his own. They do have a kit on Skelly, but a deep nade knocks him down to 11 HP, doing some really, really good damage, and it looks like they might try save this. They're going to run away with their guns. Kira spots the one, and looks like all 3 Ts are going to survive, as well as the other 3 CTs. Chaos holding on to that AWP, hoping to be able to use it in the following round. It's now 11-7, still in favor of NA, but Hydra really clawing back those rounds from the pistol. Now after that save, the economy does look a bit rough on the CT side, but they are able to hold on to that AWP as well as play with 2 more M4s in the equation. So things not looking completely horrible. They have a lot of utility to support, and it looks like for the moment the Ts are going to play a bit of a default setup. Chaos getting smoked off window, dropping out a flash and completely blinding Dominatix. Chaos gets naded down to 15 HP, nothing too major. Yoda gets spotted and gets dinked down to 39 with the MP9, but not before trading some damage onto Daisy. Skelly picking up one, and Chaos picks up one himself, and it's kills all across the board, and it's now a 5-on-2 in favor of the CTs. Beanie and Yoda, bit of util, but nothing major they can really do some work with unless they can pull off something crazy here. Kira looking for a bit of a reposition. They do have bomb control, but it's still a minute left, and they could take it any which way they wanted. Got one player on B and one sort of moving towards that ladder position, checking for any mid presence, which he might find now. He takes out Beanie, and it's now just Yoda on 37 HP, hoping to maybe save his gun as the CT sort of group up together, grab some AKs, and it looks like Yoda's going to get a fight now. He takes down the first. He looks back for the second, constantly wary, but Pala hits him in the back of the dome, and that's 4 players surviving on the side of NA, and that allows them to grab their 12th round. So not exactly a full buy on the side of the CTs. The economy is still not looking amazing, but they've got full utility, and on the T side, we've got full AKs, and Stoon's running out before the smoke can pop, and he gets taken out by Chaos. Daisy being very aggressive towards this ramp position, maybe hoping to get a bit of information, but gets mollied by, I assume, one of his own mollies, or his teammate Skelly dancing along the edge of the smoke, really comfortable in this cat position. Pala taking out the third player, and it's now once again Beanie and Yoda left in a 2-on-5. Beanie being very methodical. Daisy is very close and in his face, but he's out with the smoke. Beanie getting tagged all the way down to 20, but not before taking out Daisy, who was caught unawares with a nade out. Now a 2-on-4. 2 AKs in hand, but Beanie once again very, very low. It does look that they're going to be taking the bomb towards the B side, and with only 1 player there, it's definitely possible to get a bomb plant. Kira ready and waiting. And it looks like the cat player is going to slowly drift back towards the B side, and they have got a player in market now. So the CT's allowed that room to sort of rotate and be more comfortable with the positioning, and the util is going to confirm the movements of the players. All the players getting completely blinded. 1 gets taken out, and the second, and that's going to be a nice round from NA. 4 players surviving, a 13-7 scoreline, and they sort of managed to cut off the streak as soon as it was straight after that save round of theirs. So things looking really good on the side of NA. They've got nice economy set up, full utility, and a couple of or rather 3 AKs, and that forces Hydra onto pistol round, a very sort of weak buy. Not all the players getting some armor and some pistols, but nothing too amazing at the moment. All 5 players stacked towards the A site, one of them playing through Palace, and it looks like the rest of them will be setting up some smokes and flashes to support their teammates. And we have one of the CTs pushing through the B apartments, being a bit more aggressive, taking up that real estate and confirming the suspicions. As 5,000 flashes get thrown towards the A site, Pala's going to flash behind, and this could be beautiful. He takes down the first, but he gets taken out by Students very quickly. Daisy takes down 1. Students trades it again. Students doing lots of work here on this A side. It's now with 3-3. Chaos is holding for that. He misses his shot, and now Students has got an AK with his armor. Things could get very, very messy. Skelly catching the timing through the box. He knows where the third is, or second rather, and it's now just Beanie in a 1-on-3, and there's not much he can do. They're caught in a very awkward position, and at least they got the bomb plant. It was a pistol buy, so not much they had to work with, and they managed to get the bomb plant down and do a bit of damage to the CT side, albeit just 2 kills. So 14-7 now in favor of NA, and a Hydra hoping for a bit of a better buy now. They got their plant, so they managed to get 3 AKs on their side, and it looks like NA will be opting for the double orb setup. Daisy going to be playing towards triple, I assume, or maybe towards con, and Chaos is going to be playing his standard window position. So Daisy's going to be peeking out towards con, and he gets naded very heavily. He does spot the player as he crosses though, and now Chaos is also waiting for his opportunity to take a shot. Molly not quite catching Daisy, so he's still able to hold that lower position as the rest of the Hydra players start to roll out towards that A side. Smokes all over the side, and there's nothing really they can take at the moment. Daisy peeking around the edge of the smoke rather, manages to get 2 kills, one of which was through a smoke, and that's a beautiful, beautiful 3k from Daisy. Picking up the AWP the first time this game and managing to get a 3k. So really well done on his side. And it looks like the double AWP is really, really comfortable on the CT side. It's now 15-7 in favor of NA, and match point as they go up against a very, very broken buy from Hydra. two of the T side players pushing through the apartments early, and one's holding the top of mid. Make that 3 players going through the apartments, and 2 are going to be coming mid. Daisy hoping to get another kill from Con, but he's going to get flashed and mollied out, and there's not much he can do from here. They are pushing along the cap position, smoked off completely, and they might be able to pull off a bit of a B crunch here. Kira ready for the first. Doesn't manage to take down anymore, but Skelly also picks up one, so it's now a 4-on-3 in favor of the CT side. Oh, and Skelly takes down another one as well as Pala, and it's now just Meh left in a 1-on-4. And that's going to be the final round. Skelly taking down the 5th player of Hydra, and that's going to be a nice clean game, 16-7 in favor of NA.